Hello everybody, my name is John Clifford. I'm a Senior Fellow at Construx Software, where I'm the Agile Practices Lead, and this is one of a continuing series of lectures on my 7 steps to project success. So let's go ahead and talk about step 1, collaborate with your stakeholders today. It's very important to collaborate with your stakeholders because the number one reason projects fail, insufficient requirements. And here's the problem. We often go to our customers to talk about what their problems are, how to solve them, and the customer doesn't know what their problem is. They don't know what they want. If they do know, they can't clearly express it to us in a way that we can act upon it. And here's the real problem underneath all this. The customer may not actually have a solution to their problem, so they're just guessing. As Will Rogers said, it's not what we don't know that hurts us, it's what we think we do know that just isn't so. So let me give you an example from my childhood that kind of shines a light on this whole idea of collaboration. When I was getting ready to go into first grade, it was time for a new pair of shoes. Now I knew the shoes I wanted. I'd seen the larger kids running around on the playground with them, shooting baskets, having fun. They were black and white, and they looked cool, and I wanted to be one of the cool kids. So my mom took me down to the shoe store. This was back in the day before you had large malls. And as I ran around the shoe store looking for my shoes, my mom was talking with the sales clerk. In a few minutes, I ran up to her and said, "Mom, I can't find the black and white shoes with the rubber soles." And I was very upset. And the salesman, who looked like he was an Elvis impersonator, snapped his fingers at me and said, "Hey, I know the shoes that you want, kid. I'll have them here in a week." So we came back in a week, and the salesman with great joy opened that box up. And imagine my shock and dismay when instead of getting those Converse Chuck Taylor All-Stars, he pulled out a pair of leather saddle shoes for dancing. Now, of course, I reacted like any customer would when they didn't get what they wanted. "Hey, these are the shoes I wanted." And of course, the salesman acted like most of our engineering organizations when they deliver a product that meets the specifications but doesn't solve the customer's problems. "Hey, we met the spec to the letter. Hey kid, these are the black and white shoes with the rubber soles." And he was right. The shoes met my specifications, but they didn't solve my problem. Now, of course, we went round and round about this, me acting as the outraged customer, my mom acting as the outraged purchaser, and the salesperson acting as the outraged engineering organization. And finally, the sales manager walked up and he said, "What's the problem here?" And of course, I said, "These aren't the shoes that I wanted." And my mom said, "We're not paying for these." And the sales manager said, "Hey, I gave the kid exactly what he asked for, the black and white shoes with rubber soles." Now, the salesman could have argued with us, but instead something magical happens. So then we should try to do more with our customers. He said, "Come here, kid." And he opened up a shoe catalog. And every time he came to a page that had black and white shoes on it, he'd say, "Kid, are these the shoes that you wanted?" And at first I said no. And eventually we got to the Converse Chuck Taylor All-Star section where we quickly zeroed in on the exact shoes. We were able to order them, and a week later I was a happy kid and the store had made a sale. So what was different about that experience? Well, the sales clerk, like many engineering organizations, thought that he knew what I wanted because he listened to what I said, okay? And he had one view that was accurate according to what I represented, and of course I had another view. What the sales manager did was he built a model. Now, I couldn't smell the canvas of those shoes or touch the rubber, but I could see enough to know that this was going to solve my problem. So maybe we can learn something from that sales manager. Maybe there is a better way to work with our customers and collaborate to get requirements. Maybe there's a better way. What if we, instead of assuming we knew what the customer wanted from the words they wrote down or the brief bits of information they gave us, what if we actually collaborated with them to identify the desired benefits and then the problems that we could solve for them that would deliver those benefits? And what if we then devised and implemented a functionality that addressed the most important customer problem first and delivered increments of that to the customer for quick feedback? And then we acted on that feedback to revise our software, to evolve or converge on a solution that actually satisfied the customer that provided them the desired benefits. Wouldn't that be a better way?